Hi, hello everybody. My name is Miriam Kiyoshin, and today I want to share with you a super simple and delicious dinner recipe. Today we're going to make a salmon glazed in honey with a chipotle sauce and a mango pico de gallo salsa. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you like the content and you want to see more recipes like this one. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is cut your tomatoes, and I rather buy tomatoes on the vine just because they have such a mild flavor and the consistency, also the texture is firmer, and I just like that for my salsas. I'm using a purple onion just because I like the color it gives the salsas, but I don't think it's that much different in flavor than any other onions, so you can use whatever you want. And then right here I am just grabbing the leaves of the cilantro, and I'm doing like a type of like a chiffonade where you just bunch them up and then you cut them all thinly sliced. And the mango, make sure you grab one that is not that ripe, that still is firm to the touch. And what I'm doing is just cutting horizontal and vertical lines, and then you can open it, and it's so much easier just to dice it this way. If you want your salsa a little bit spicy, I recommend you putting a jalapeno on it or a serrano pepper. And what I'm doing is just taking the seeds and the veins out because my daughters are going to enjoy some of this salsa with us. And then I'm just cutting them into strips and dicing them. Lastly, I'm just adding the avocado, and I'm just dicing it inside of its own skin and then just scooping out all of the flesh. And then to brighten things up and to flavor it, I'm adding the juice of 1 lime, and I'm using some pink Himalayan salt, and then we're just gonna stir it all up. So next what I'm doing is rice, and what I'm gonna use is some avocado oil because it can withstand high heat. And I'm also going to use a little bit, like 1/4 of a small onion, and what you want to do is cook it until it's transparent, and then you can add the rice and cook that also with the onion, and then you have to add some liquid. And I'm adding some chicken broth, and what I did was 1 full cup of rice to 2.5 cups of the chicken broth, and you can probably make your own, but I'm just using a store-bought chicken broth. So now I'm making the glaze, and what I did was grab 4 tablespoons of raw honey, but you can use any honey you want, and then 2 tablespoons of the chipotles in adobo. They come in a can, and all you want is just the liquid. And then when you have the mixture, you are going to whisk everything together, and you're going to reserve half of it. Right now I just have half of the recipe, and that's what I'm using to glaze my salmon. And then the other half of the recipe that hasn't touched any raw fish, I am going to glaze the salmon when it's cooked. So once again, I'm using the avocado oil, and I'm going to pan fry my salmon skin down. You want the skin to be very, very crispy. And I'm using a griddle just because it gives me more surface area to work with many fillets of salmon. And while the fish is cooking, I am adding the zest of 1 lime just to give it some more unexpected tartness to one side of the fish. This recipe is so easy and fast, and I'm just adding the aromatics, which is the juice of half a lime, some cilantro, and then you just flavor it with salt and pepper. Add the remaining glaze that we reserved for before serving, and you're just going to coat your fish, and then I'm just adding a little bit more of that lime zest. Last but not least, top your beautiful fillet of salmon with this fresh and colorful savory salsa. Alright, so I'm here with my daughter Chloe, and she loves to eat healthy too, and she wants to try the fish, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Ready? Yeah? You want to give it a thumbs up? Thumbs up? Yep.
I like this part.
Okay. From 1 to 10, what do you give it?
I'm gonna give it 100. Let's see.